Hi, Leo rising sign. Here is your weekly forecast starting on the 12th of April until 20th of April. I think the focus moves away from your daily grind into more of the bigger picture of life. So this week activates your ninth house, the house of higher vision, belief system, and long distance travels, along with your seventh house, the house of partnership. So the ninth house is about truth seeking, and the seventh house is about relational power for you. So it's time to widen your lens. This week, the universe is pulling you out of a small stuff and kind of like asking you to look at your life from 300,000 feet away. Your ninth house, the area of higher education, spirituality, long range travel, is hosting this massive planetary party. So it's time to ask, what do I actually believe in? This is about intellectual and spiritual freedom. You are breaking out of this old mental box and reclaiming your right to a bigger, bolder life. So, of course, we've got Mars conjunction to Neptune happening in your ninth house, while actually we have got Venus and Jupiter sextile happening in your 10th house as well as your 12th house. So while Mars meets Neptune in your eighth house, for you, this is a bit of a deep dive into what to study, or you might get inspired to, for example, relocate, but you can get a bit sensitive when someone is not listening to your opinion or they might not be on the same wavelength with you. Obviously, previously, these two planets kept meeting up in the sign of Pisces, which was about deep psychological patterns. Now it's time to learn about it. This is not necessarily a day to fight about things. This is a little bit more about forgiveness, kind of like accepting the fact that people might be on different opinions. Maybe it's also talking to you about certain type of emotional debts as well. This is also not a day to fight about finances, for example, but maybe you want to be listening to your intuition because your intuition regarding these hidden things is like razor sharp right now. Maybe if, let's say, a business deal is feeling off in your guts, trust that feeling. While you're navigating through some deep waters as well as kind of like trying to sort out information in your head and being able to see the bigger picture, there is an angel in that boardroom. You are receiving potentially professional recognition, possible work opportunities, or something that you are ready to launch that you have been working on in private or behind the scenes. I think your reputation is getting a quiet but massive boost here. Someone powerful is kind of like watching you, even if you don't see them. And potentially they are kind of like guiding you as well towards success. Now we've got this 29-degree breakthrough. We have got Mercury in your eighth house at the beginning of the week, sextiling Uranus in your 10th house also. That's a final degree tension. This happens between your eighth house, the house of shared resources, and your 10th house, the house of career. So you might get this sudden light bulb moment about how to fund your big career dreams and moves. A piece of the puzzle regarding taxes, loans, or the partner's income finally falls into place. This kind of cleared the way for that new moon on the 16th that is going to be taking place in your ninth house. The new moon is in your ninth house. This is kind of like a go signal to publish that book, to relocate, to sign up for that master's degree, to sign up for a course that you have been kind of like eyeballing with. Mars sextile Pluto gives you the willpower to change your daily routine to accommodate that big vision for it as well. You aren't just dreaming, you are kind of like building a map for this big travel move. Also, maybe it's kind of like you get the green light, for example, from your partner to travel abroad, to start this course because you are super passionate about it. Now, in my membership program, I'm going to be breaking this down for all ninth house new moon meanings, specifically for Leo rising sign. So, we are going to be looking at which area of your worldview is getting kind of like a total upgrade. So check this out on my website, AstroViktor.com, but you can also sign up for it on my YouTube channel when you go on the membership side of it. Now, Mercury has moved into the sign of Aries. and it's making a conjunction to Neptune as well as Mars as well as Saturn. So the Saturn meeting point is happening actually on the 18th, when things should be getting clearer. Mercury in Aries is very bold. So it has got an idea and then it goes after it in the sign of Aries. But it comes, and then there's Neptune there and Mars, which really inspires you to kind of, let's say, to start packing the bags or signing up for those courses that you have been eyeballing with. But Saturn says, are you actually going to commit to it? Are you looking at the legalities, or are you looking at the long-term plan of that vision as well, or you are just chasing a dream? This is also where you prove that your big ideas have actually legs to stand on. And also at the same time, this might even talk to you about, because with Mars and Mercury, Neptune, it's very easy to express our opinions without thinking twice. And then if we do so, express something that we might regret later on, that would be happening once Mercury runs into the sign of, or into the planet of restriction, that's Saturn. Now, we'll finish the week with quite a massive event, actually. Juno is meeting up Pluto in your seventh house, the house of partnership. This is the first of three passes. It might be you entering a power contract with another person, either in business or love. A relationship might be undergoing a total transformation. You are learning to become a power couple without you losing your own identity at the same time, though. It's a very deep soul level commitment that changes how you move or navigate through the world events. So, Leo rising sign, the horizon is calling. Don't be afraid to leave the kind of like the shore of something familiar. Do let me know where you want to be starting fresh, like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments where are you planning to expand your life this month. But of course, this is going to be a very important month, or at least in my opinion, it's definitely about a reset. On top of that, I think your goals should be very well kind of regulated, with Mercury finishing up with Saturn. It is about trying to give you a lot of stamina, and that's why I like having Mars there, which is kind of like giving you the fire in your belly that you need. Saturn is giving you the commitment. Yes, with Neptune at the beginning, we might be kind of like navigating through a fog. It's kind of like driving super fast. But at the end of the day, Neptune also gives you a lot of vision as well. This might be you working on a challenging project, for example, something that might have looked difficult to achieve earlier, but now something is driving you towards, maybe it's just your instincts, but driving you towards a solution, basically. Also, this could indicate that you have started kind of like a difficult project and then you are kind of like concentrating on that. That would be the Mercury, Pluto, Mars sextile. Because Pluto Mars is giving you a lot of endurance, especially with Saturn being involved. And then Mercury is there, who is able to concentrate to kind of figure out the solutions. So I think this can give you a lot of strong work ethic. This can lead to super great achievements. And someone can notice that from the background with Venus and Jupiter sextile, and therefore it can increase your kind of like visibility as well. Now, of course, Saturn might be a representation of us making certain type of mistakes, but Mars is telling you, okay, we all make mistakes. By the way, Mars is the planet of mistakes, in my opinion, in many, many ways. And I'm going to be holding a webinar about that this month. So if you are curious, check that out. But maybe because Saturn rules things that needs to be repaired in your life. So this might be talking to you about repairing certain type of connections in your life. With Mars, for example, there might Mars rules your fourth house, so there might need to be something repaired, for example, in your home as well. And and maybe you just want to be doing a bit more gardening to kind of calm that lot of Aries energy down so that your mind doesn't necessarily explode. This is also kind of like echoed by Jupiter in the 12th house, which does say that sometimes we need to take a bit of a rest. So good luck, Leo rising sign, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye bye.